नमस्ते, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। आई एम जीवीएन डॉक्टर रूपेश एमलिकार, असिस्टेंट प्रोफेसर, डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ क्रिया शारीर, फैकल्टी ऑफ आयुर्वेदिक साइंस, ज्योति विद्यापीठ, वुमेन्स यूनिवर्सिटी, जयपुर. Today we will discuss the topic arterial blood pressure. Let's start with definition. Arterial blood pressure is defined as the lateral pressure exerted by the blood on wall of arteries or when blood flows through the arteries. Generally, the term blood pressure refers to arterial blood pressure. Arterial blood pressure is expressed in four different terms. First, systolic blood pressure. Second, diastolic blood pressure. Third, pulse pressure. And fourth, mean arterial blood pressure. Systolic blood pressure. Systolic blood pressure is the maximum pressure exerted in the arteries during systole of heart or during contraction of heart. Normal systolic blood pressure is 120 mm of Hg. It ranges 110 mm of Hg to 140 mm of Hg. Diastolic blood pressure. Diastolic blood pressure is the minimum pressure exerted in the arteries during diastole of heart or during relaxation of heart. Normal average diastolic pressure is 80 mm of Hg. It ranges between 60 mm of Hg to 80 mm of Hg. Pulse pressure. Pulse pressure is the difference between the systolic pressure and diastolic pressure. Normal average pulse pressure is 40 mm of Hg. That is, when systolic pressure is 120 and diastolic is 80 mm of Hg, 120 minus 80 is equal to 40 mm of Hg. Next is mean arterial blood pressure. Mean arterial blood pressure is the average pressure existing in the arteries. It is not the arithmetic mean of systolic and diastolic pressure. It is the diastolic pressure plus one third of pulse pressure. To determine the mean pressure, diastolic pressure is considered than the systolic pressure. It is because the diastolic period of cardiac cycle is longer, that is 0.53 second, than the systolic period, that is 0.27 second. Normal mean arterial pressure is 93 mm of Hg. Formula to calculate mean arterial blood pressure is equal to diastolic pressure plus one third of pulse pressure. Next, we will study physiological variation of blood pressure. First, age. Arterial blood pressure increases as age advances. In newborn, the blood pressure is 70 by 40 mm of Hg. After 1 year, it becomes 95 by 55 mm of Hg. At puberty, it is 120 by 80 mm of Hg. At the age of 50 years, the normal blood pressure is 140 by 85 mm of Hg, whereas at the age of 80 years, 180 by 95 mm of Hg blood pressure is considered as normal. Second, sex. In females, up to the period of menopause, arterial pressure is 5 mm of Hg less than in male of same age. After menopause, the pressure in females becomes equal to that in males of same age. Third, body build. Pressure is more in obese persons than in lean persons. Fourth, diurnal variation. In early morning, the pressure is slightly low. It gradually increases and reaches the maximum at noon. It becomes low in evening. Arterial blood pressure is increased for few hours after meals due to the increase in cardiac output. During deep sleep, the pressure is reduced up to the 50 to 20 mm of Hg. However, it increases slightly during sleep associated with dreams. In emotional condition, during excitement or anxiety, the blood pressure is increased due to release of adrenaline. After moderate exercise, systolic pressure increases by 20 to 30 mm of Hg above the basal level due to increase in rate, force of contraction and stroke volume. Next, we will see pathological variations. Pathological variations of arterial blood pressure are hypertension and hypotension. Hypertension is defined as the persistent high blood pressure. Clinically, when the systolic pressure remains elevated above 150 mm of Hg and diastolic pressure remains elevated above 90 mm of Hg, it is considered as hypertension. If there is increase only in systolic pressure, it is called systolic hypertension. Hypertension is divided into two types: primary hypertension or essential hypertension, and secondary hypertension. Primary hypertension, also known as essential hypertension. Primary hypertension is the elevated blood pressure in the absence of any underlying disease. It is idiopathic and no specific cause can be found. May be developed due to faulty lifestyle. Secondary hypertension is the high blood pressure due to disorders of other systems like kidney damage or endocrine disorder. As diastolic blood pressure reading remains more constant than systolic, types of hypertension are determined on the basis of diastolic blood pressure. When diastolic blood pressure is 90 to 100 mm of Hg, the hypertension is called mild hypertension. When diastolic blood pressure is 100 to 110 mm of Hg, the hypertension is called moderate hypertension. When diastolic blood pressure is more than 100 mm of Hg, it is called severe hypertension. Next is hypotension. Hypotension is the low blood pressure. When the systolic pressure is less than 90 mm of Hg, it is considered as hypotension. Hypotension is classified into two types: primary hypotension and secondary hypotension. Primary hypotension. Primary hypotension is low blood pressure that develops in the absence of any underlying disease and develops due to some unknown cause. It is also called essential hypotension. Frequent fatigue and weakness are the common symptoms of this condition. However, the persons with primary hypotension are not easily susceptible to heart or renal disorder. Secondary hypotension is the hypotension that occurs due to some underlying diseases. Diseases which cause hypotension are myocardial infarction, hypoactivity of pituitary gland, hypoactivity of adrenal glands, tuberculosis, and nervous disorders. Now, measurement of blood pressure. Indirect method is used to measure arterial blood pressure. Blood pressure is measured with the help of sphygmomanometer and stethoscope. Principle is, when external pressure is applied over the artery, the blood flow through it is obstructed, and the pressure required to cause occlusion of blood flow indicates the pressure inside the vessel. Procedure: brachial artery is usually chosen because of convenience. The arm cup of sphygmomanometer is tied around the upper arm above the cubital fossa. Cup should not be too tight or too loose. It is connected to sphygmomanometer. Now blood pressure can be measured by three methods: palpatory method, auscultatory method and oscillatory method. Next, factors maintaining arterial blood pressure. Some factors are necessary to maintain normal blood pressure. These factors are called local factors, mechanical factors or determinants of blood pressure. Local factors are divided into two types: central factor and peripheral factors. Central factors, which are pertaining to the heart, like cardiac output and heart rate, and peripheral factors are pertaining to blood and blood vessels like peripheral resistance, blood volume, venous return, elasticity of blood vessels, velocity of blood flow, diameter of blood vessels, viscosity of blood. Arterial blood pressure is directly proportional to cardiac output, heart rate, peripheral resistance, blood volume, venous return, velocity of blood flow, and viscosity of blood. Whereas arterial blood pressure is inversely proportional to elasticity of blood vessels and diameter of blood vessels. So here we end the topic arterial blood pressure, in which we studied definition and normal values of systolic blood pressure, diastolic blood pressure, pulse pressure, mean arterial pressure, physiological and pathological variations of blood pressure, and determinants of arterial blood pressure. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. Hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you.